Well, heyo everybody, this is Monkey Puzzle, and welcome to episode 16, playing on the IronMine Olympus modded server. So we are back here again. I have really been negligent in exploring the map or going out for a while because I've been working on my base. So that's what you saw last, and we're going to do some more of that today and try to get it at the place where I feel like it's good enough, at least to, I'm going to continue it more as we go along and do more things because this is all about crazy building. But I want to get it to where at least it's usable and in a complete enough state that I can continue on adventuring around the map. So this is what it looks like from the bottom. Originally, of course, I was living out of this very basic construction raft here. One of the first things we're going to have to do today is move a lot of these crafting stations and things up to there. I was thinking that I would just make duplicates of them all up there. I still might. I'm thinking about it, but now that I have that, I don't know if I will need this. If I'm going to build around the rest of the lake, then this might still be handy. Oop. But that's all it's able to do is go around the lake, which is not that big, really. There's the whole lake. So let's go upstairs real quick. Oh, and I logged in today and I found this, a crazy purple Carcinos, which is awesome. And apparently it was left for me by Bison. He says, I have 8 FPS here. Still leaving you some goodies. And he left me some Caprosuchus saddles, which is fantastic too, because I am definitely working on having Capros here because they're one of the native creatures of this lake. And really good for going up and down this and just, I don't know, something I haven't really got into before. And they're neat little crocodiles, got my drills. So thank you, Bison. I definitely do better than 8 FPS, but yeah, this thing definitely has an impact. So let's go on up and this, whoop, go on up, yes. And I'll remind you where we were and then show you what additional stuff I've done. So without looking up too much, it's hard to see with the contrast. It's this dark matter texture on the castle keep stuff. But basically, I took, gave it away already. I took this. We've got our water elevator going up, and we've got the little waterways coming up here, and the steampunk base, and then castle keeps fort outer perimeter. So. And now I've been working on adding more to it. I want to do another level going up at least. So I've just been playing around with that. I haven't changed the texture on it yet. You can see just in the gray what I have added. So just trying to add a little bit more space because even with all this space, I've added a bunch of malarkey in here. Whoops. That it doesn't give me that much usable space inside of here. I've got these 4 areas there, and there. I'm always freaking thirsty. Never turn that down, but I'm considering it because it's just like so redundant how much you need. A lot of survival games are like that, like just drinking gallons of water, eating like just refrigerators full of steak every day. But anyway, yeah, so I've got these 4 little alcoves plus these little ways. I don't want to close these off too much because I want to be able to get dinos up back and forth here and maybe hold a little bit of storage or crafting stations along the side here. And so yeah, just adding some more surface area and then just adding some more 3-dimensional interest to the thing as well. I've just been sketching so far. This thing's got to have a roof over it. Doesn't have to, but just wanted to use some roofs to get some points on top of here as well as little flat matriculations. No one told me how to pronounce that. I guess I could just look it up if I paused for a moment. I got to stop doing that. But I haven't recorded for at least a week. I'm very excited to be recording. And I think I've got myself set up now to keep them coming out. So hopefully that will work. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing with this. And if I decide I like what I'm doing, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how I'm doing it. But first, yeah, I'm going to move the workstations. And then I'm going to pull out the Eco's crafting tables for gardening, landscaping. And let's do some planting there. So let me do that first part off camera, and I'll meet you back and we'll do some planting together, and then maybe some more building. Okay. All right, so I did some of that. Let's go around, take a look. Right here on the two sides, I have the Eco's crafting station, the landscape one, and the garden decor. Most of the stuff we're going to need for doing the planting here is in here. And it's all made with fiber for the most part. So let's go ahead with the plants and let's make, what's that one need? Oh, that one needs wood. Okay, let's pull enough for 100 of those. Not that I'm going to make 100, but let's go ahead and let's just make a couple of everything and get those crafting. And then I can go ahead and experiment with them and see how they look in here. I've seen most of them already. I'm not sure if there's any new things I haven't seen. So we got that, and then let's see, flowers. Sure, let's get those. Get all those going. I have a feeling some of the things I'm going to be using already, but let's just get all the plants. And then that was the flowers. We're not snowy. Crops. Oh, there we go. Probably not most of those, but we'll make one each of those just in case we end up wanting to use any of that. And then let's go back up. Got rocks, which probably not, but what the heck. Let's go ahead and make at least one of each to see if I want to play with any of those. Go ahead and do that. Let's get into all this crafting. Hopefully, you know what? Yeah, I might have gone too fast. It didn't queue all that up. All right, well, you get the point. I'm going to get all of those made, and then we'll go play with that. Let's see, over here, I have put up the beginning of the steampunk area, so that's all the basic crafting stuff I had down there, plus the electric steam workstation, which we'll need to make anything with lights, which we'll definitely need in here, because this stuff gets so dark. I did decide, if I can get, or I can see the my little raft down there, I did decide to just duplicate everything and leave everything set up on the raft, so that way, you know, I don't know if I'll need any of it down there, but that way if I do have that on the other side of the lake or something, that can be sufficient and all of this stuff. And hey, we're supposed to be rich here, so we might as well do all of that. Over here is the beginnings of just the basic ARK crafting stuff. So we got Smithy and Fabricator and of course S+. And then the Advanced Grindstone from the Advanced Rafts mod, which is functioning as our chemistry bench. We got storage and storage. And I moved most of the stuff from down there, saddles and gear and armor and so on. I've got a few more boxes to empty out down there. And then over here is the beginnings, or I keep saying beginnings, but this is a lot of the different building mods workstations. So we got eco trees and advanced rafts and eco stables and landscape block, which mostly doesn't work in S+, and then the CKF stuff with the masonry, the carpentry, and the villager stuff. And one I haven't really looked into yet is the blacksmith one, which might end up going over there with that basic stuff. So there's still things to set up. I need to set up a kitchen, and I want to put the kitchen up above here. And with that, I would need to go ahead and keep making these little additions that I've been adding. And pretty sure I'm going to go ahead with this. Let me show you some of what's involved with that. And yeah, it's basically floating, which is allowed on here. I did, gosh, every time. I did go ahead and give it like a little pillar right here where I combined the copper bubbling pillar with some of the copper ones, so that it's that nice sturdy metal pillar to kind of hold things up and kind of bring steampunk back up into it. And then I did a little bit of work with some arches and things, trying to make that look convincing that it could hold it up. Some of it is not necessarily architecturally valid, but I didn't want this big flat bottom rounded tower just floating there. I kind of would like to put a point on the bottom of it, but I couldn't really do that. I don't think you can flip roofs upside down, but so I kind of did it that way. And then here I was trying to figure out how to continue that support of that arch. You can have the middle arch piece and it kind of makes it look a little wavy. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that or not, but it's not too bad. Let me see. First thing is, let's go ahead. Well, let's start one all together and see what pieces I've got here. And then we'll do some of this together. I had a little box here that I put most of this stuff into. So let me see. Let me get some pieces together and let me go meet you on another side there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put one of these together. So we've got to start with the ceiling out here, which I'm going to remove in a minute because I need a way to get stairs coming down to here. So let's go ahead and put those. And then, now if I just take this off, this will collapse. So let's go ahead and put a ceiling on here. Now, on that one, I supported it with S+ hidden glass walls, but I just changed the config and did a restart that supposedly allows the ceilings to act as foundations. So they basically going to float like the S+ stuff. So we'll see if it worked. Here's the moment of truth. Hey, it did. So that's excellent. So now we have two ways of supporting his stuff. All right. Hey, Malkuth is in. Welcome. Welcome to the fun. Okay, so let's go across with these now until we can put another stair. So that was going to be over here. Now, they're just floating. Oh, and that's actually too many. So they're going to place correct according to themselves. Now, remember, these are a little off because they're smaller, slightly smaller than the steampunk ones, which I believe are the same as vanilla. So now we need to come down here with these stairs. Can we do that? Yeah. Oh, and there wasn't a gap this time. Okay, I must have a little corrector piece in here. That one I had to, when I brought it back down, the stairs were a few inches away and then left a little gap, and then I had to put a little piece in there that had no collision with the other and then dye it to the dark matter, and it didn't matter. But now we're good. So these I'm bringing out as far as I can without blocking the center thing. The rule I gave for myself, ooh, I didn't, oh, hey, is that I'm not going to block the sun in the center because that's where I'm going to put all those plants, which is going to be a work in progress. Oop. I'm the worst at that today. A little rubber banding doesn't help either. But anyway, that allows me to see that I got that right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, so yeah, we got that right. So now I just need to bring it out real quick. So just filling in the space, and I don't know how these will look together, if it will look fill enough. I might need to connect them diagonally too in order to not make the space feel weird. I think I put, let me double check. I think I have, no, I did that next. A right angle piece right there. So I fill that in, and then yeah, I'm matching that down there sort of. So it's either going to be this one or the other. And hey, I got it right first time. What are the odds? And now I do need to double check how far I went out with that one over there. So yeah, the circle pieces come right after that one right there, after the right angle. So now we can go ahead and put those on. So I've got, it's either going to be this one or that one. So that's that one. And that R flips them around. We got that, and then we're just going to do the same on this side real quick. And that's how much space we get out of this one. So yeah, a little bit more surface area. I believe, yeah, this one comes out like that. And put one of these. And the circle pieces. I'm getting lighter by the moment. Bam. Okay, so that's that for the most part. Now we got to fill this in. So I'm just doing it with the arrow slit pieces. They call them the arrow loops. Boom. And I want them to go that way. And, you know, strategically, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I just like them having some sort of light coming through. I don't like the solid walls so much. Got to flip them each time to get the little angles on this side that would allow people to shoot through them. I think it's that way. Okay, and then it has these little slope walls that go both up and down, unlike S Plus that has one that you can flip, which actually saves a lot of hassle. So we got to put one there and one there, and that kind of fills that in, gives it some structural support a little bit, so it's not entirely floating. And then down here, we're going to hang the opposite one like that, fill that in. And fill that in. Maybe. Flip it. Yep. And then we'll put another wall right here, hanging down, just to connect everything up. If I can find the placement for it, I'm going to resort to Q. Ah, it doesn't seem to want to go in there. Come on. You can do it. Oh, you know what? That is the extra long one. That's why. That's my bad. That would be... See if I have any of those. The ones with this line like that. So yeah, it's these. So there was a reason why they didn't place. Oop. Now we should be good. Maybe. There we go. And now we gotta flip it. Bam. Okay. Put one over here. Let's grab that again. And flip it. Yep. Okay, that's the right way. So, yeah, little gaps. We're not going to pay attention to that. We could fill them in if they really bother us. Like so. If I can find the spot for it right there. And then if you texturize it. Oh, it's not that one. There we go. You hardly know. So I could fill in every gap like that, but it does really add to the piece count. But this, as I said, doesn't have gaps because it was only connecting to each other. So then now that we got all those pieces down, let's get a few more pieces on the bar and grab a few more. Conveniently this time, I've got the crafting station right underneath me. So if I need something, I can just come down here and get it. And I thought, crafted most of what I need. I think so. And yeah. See if I can carry it all up there. Meet you up. Okay. So in the front, I'm going to put some of the matriculations. Dang, I should still look up how to pronounce that. Is it soft or hard? I don't know. Just got to flip them around each time. And why? Because it makes it look like a castle. That's why. And then two more. One right there. And one right here. That one was already cooperative. And then we got the longer diagonal ones. Go there. Now I found it has this piece here. The Keep Battlement Matriculation 45-degree joint. Which is pretty neat because you can fill these little spots right there. So that's helpful in a lot of places. There's also one for 90 degrees, but I haven't got it to work correctly yet. So there's a couple places downstairs where I could have used it. But we'll go ahead and put this one right there. Fill that in. So that's excellent. And then now we just need to build in the stairs. So let's go ahead and put the walls in first. Flip that around. These don't always line up exactly right, but it's close enough. And then so far what I was doing is just doing my favorite piece in here, the ornate walled keep archway. And the center of this thing is right here. So I've been putting this archway just so I have a way to fall down. Or if I'm just not patient enough to take all those different flights of stairs, I have a way to do it. And then, let me see, we need the rest of these. That and that. Yeah, and then I found that there's a little gap there, and if I grab some more of those pieces, these ones here, I could go ahead and fill those in. So there's a couple more of them. Put one here. And one over here. And that's how I got this far with all of that, obviously. Drink. Eat while we're at it. And then, yeah, I got a stairwell going up. I believe I started with it. Let's see if I've got the right one here. I think, no, it's probably, yeah, the other stairwell, which is, oops. See, let's put this one away then. Do the 9. And boom, boom. If I can get it started right. There we go. Coming up like that. And then there's 4 of them. And they will keep attaching to each other. Seems like you need to flip them every time. And then I just brought it up to the point where I thought the tower seemed tall enough and it faced in a good direction for the view. So I'm going to go, ow. And then we can just build up the sides with the curved arrow slit walls because I like windows and that one's not correct. Luckily, you can pick all these up. They're just like that or with the demo gun, of course. Bring it up. Bring it up. Hopefully it's useful to you guys, for me to be showing this. I don't always build everything, every piece on camera anymore because the episodes just get way too long that way. But sometimes it can be useful just for showing the little tricks it takes to do it. See, yeah, there's a lot of difference in placement. I like those ones up there better, so I'm going to pick that one up. See if I can get this one in there. And maybe that made a little bit of difference. And we are at the height of the top here. Now, you notice I wasn't able to put one on this side yet. Oh, that's really different. Something's got to change here. And it seems like these ones are the different ones. I think I can take these off from underneath. Let's see. Yeah, you can. So they do float like that, which is pretty cool. And let's go ahead and see if we can put that back better. Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is. I guess it has to do with, I don't know what it has to do with, but let's pick this one up and hit that one. See if I hang it from the other ones, if that will do something better for us. Yeah, see, that's way nicer. Okay, so now we're going to have some options. Okay, now I'm satisfied. So on this side, we need to bring it up. So we could do like, oop, wrong thing. Could try to do it like this. That's going to be way off. Pick that up again. What I ended up doing on the other one, because I wanted free access from this side, but I didn't want it to, you know, be uncovered up there or even down here, is I took some of these, another one like that. I need one more, but then I had purchase for these guys, which looks like that's the right one there. Bang. The little inverse circular ceiling. So then that means this one would be this one. And then that gives me a place to support these. Architecturally, I'm not sure if that would really work out, but it's okay. We can find that. Let's get up here. There's not a whole lot more to show you on this part, except that I did have some issue before with these connect to the stairs, which makes them wrong, but they also connect more properly to the walls themselves. So I forget which one I grabbed first time. So if we go that one to the wall first, that's a pretty decent connection. This is going to be imperfect, of course, because those are slightly off from each other. But most of the stuff, you just got to get it close enough to feel okay about it. And you know what helps sometimes is to remove the pieces that it wants to snap to, like that one, and then go ahead and place it, and then you won't have that as a conflicting snap point. Now it wants to act like it's a totally different piece. I remember I had that issue before now. So now that's the left and I've got the right, so it wants another left. I don't know why. These things, I guess that's another useful thing to show you in this, is that these things can be inconsistent. All right, so we'll grab that. Get up here. And I'm doing all this just because really I want to show you how I did that pillar below. That was the trickiest thing. And so where's the left one? That's the left one. We want to put it like that. No. All right, does the right one work now? Right. All right, hopefully that's good enough. I'm definitely going to be good enough for today. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish it off because we can. But yeah, I like this openness to get in here. We don't need just like a little rounded doorway. We still need another arch there. But that satisfies me. Way to get to the tower and still have sort of the openness of that whole area we were working with. That's that one. We need to be able to get back up, and now we need to take this back off. So we can get all the way up here. And then, let's see, these are in number 6. So boom. Boom. And can do it. All right, there we go. We've got our machiculated little tower. And it's got a pretty nice view from up here too. Oops, sorry about that little view. But yeah, I can come up here and check out Olympus. So I'm curious, once I build that other tower, how these guys will seem in proximity to one another. Hopefully it's pretty decent placement with the other ones. We'll see. I can always change it if I don't like it later. But so I still have to finish this design. I want to see if I can put a little roof on it and stuff. I'll work on that. But the thing I really wanted to show you was how I got those pillars on there. So what I did is I used the old trick from vanilla with the fence foundations to snap pillars and corners, because with either one of these mods, they still want to snap in the middle of the ceiling tile. So, but we could go ahead and put a fence foundation in here. We're going to crouch and see if we can get a decent placement of this, where the end of it is kind of where it would need to go to have a little support there. Hopefully that's good. We'll see. The great thing about these is we'll be able to hide them afterwards, because that's the S+ one. But then, so we've got that sticking out there. Let's see if that's a decent position, hopefully. And now, do I have the steampunk pillars in my box here? Let's see. I do. So there's, well, actually I need a few more, and I'm going to need 2 of these and 1 of these, the S plus glass stuff. So let's grab, I think I only need 1 more pillar. Steampunk is over on the other side here, so let's go ahead and grab that. And this whole thing's taking kind of long, so I think we're going to have to garden next time again, or maybe I'll just garden in between, and I'll show you guys what I've done. So I've got some pillars made already in here. So let's go ahead. And this is the one I was working on. So these guys, let's bring them down here, do still snap to the edge of the fence foundations like that. And let's see if that is close enough to how I had this one. That one looks a little further embedded, so I'm trying to keep them consistent. So I'm going to move the fence foundation just to get that in a little bit more. And then I won't put you through that. I'll just bring you back when I've got that there. So let's see how that worked out. We need 1 of these. Yeah, and that's pretty good. That's pretty close to the other one. So I'll just use that line in the future. Now, I'm actually going to lose these pillars, believe it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and bring them down because I need to use them to align this bubbling one because they don't snap to one another. So I have to just do it this way. Let's see, let's make sure. That's good. Oh, I guess it can snap, but not how I want it to. This is kind of tricky. If I go into K mode, it doesn't seem to want to go right. So no, that's not right. So, but you just gotta freehand place it to get it to line up. Well, not exact, but it's close enough. Now, when I said I was going to lose the ones above, here's why. Is we're going to take these off now. Get the demo gun out. I don't want to move this, but I do want to pick this one up. Because see how it's protruding into here. So, oh, it didn't happen that time. Last time when I picked one of them up, I lost all the rest for some reason. But not this time. Okay. But we still want to take this one off. And that's what I was talking about. Okay, so let's go ahead. Boom. Yep. And that doesn't look too bad in here. I mean, it doesn't really match, but I haven't changed the textures yet. But I feel like the metal just gives it some sense of support rather than having this whole thing hanging like that. Now, here's the trick. Is we need to have a couple of these and 1 of these, and we're going to put the ceiling on there. Now, it doesn't matter that it's rotated because this is a pillar, so that part's not really important. We put that on there, bring it up 1 whole ceiling height, and then put that there. It's because the snap point is like 1/3 of the way down in there. We need to bring a snap point back up. And now remember, we have it so S plus floats. So then I can take that off, and then if I put my gun away and I grab a pillar, ta-da! Now it snaps to the place that's pretty reasonably at the top of this glass pillar. And I know this bubbling glass pillar couldn't really support that, but you know, we're going to assume that this is made of some kind of high-tech polymer that can really support that. And the last step in this is to go ahead and grab this gun and make this disappear. So there we go. That's how I supported how I kind of set that pillar up. And this gives me an opportunity, an excuse to use these bubbling pillars too. So I'll have 8 of them right at the corner of the stairs. I really like them. But now, after having done that, I think I've come up with a better method. So let me show you that one over here. So I've got these half archways coming down, or the archway side, whatever they're called, these guys, keep archway half. They're distributing the support from the pillar like that. So I put 2 of them there, and we want to align with that. And like I said, I was using a fence foundation up above to try to do that, but that was difficult and really hard to get the exact results. This way is too, but it's a little bit better. And one of the difficulties is these are always going to be in a slightly different place. You can't just place them on the same place on the ground because of the difference of snap points between the steampunk and the castles, keeps, and forts. So we got to just kind of fake it each time. So just getting the bubbling pillar out, going into crouch, and then going into the K mode. And then we got to pull back again on this axis. Pull back until the points of the half archways will be embedded, my fingers here, be embedded in that. So about there. It does go over the stairs a little bit. You can kind of mess around trying to do it the least amount possible. Might be there. We'll see. That might be a little far. I'll just play it safe. Go out to there. And then you take it from this axis and try to get it right in the middle of the half arch that way. It doesn't have to be exact as long as the archway, like I said, does embed into the pillar. I'm going to call that good, I think. Maybe not. I'll call that good. We'll see how I did. Okay, so like I said, you can't just snap the copper pillar on top of here, unfortunately. In fact, it's hard to snap it at all onto this, which is sad. There should be a snap point just right up there, and that would be awesome, but there isn't. So instead, we got to go back to our old friend S+. Okay, so now that's going to provide a snap point for this guy, which is in a pretty good place on the top of the bubbling pillar. I can definitely live with that. So there it is. And that's pretty good placement with the archways. They embed into it. Now you could just leave it that way. I feel a little bit better about it with another one right there. Protrudes up into the top one, but it just gives a good sense of support. We got that metal embedded in the stone, keeping it up, support, even though, you know, it would just float. But we want to at least provide some illusion of support. So we're going to make this no sides. That glass ceiling is just going to live there from now on. And then what I do to sort of keep distributing that support is we're going to put another one of these right there. And that could be good enough, just like that. That's probably the most reasonable and less busy way to do it. But I don't like this circle hanging out like that, a big flat circle. So I want to give it some detail, maybe a little bit more illusion of support. So we'll take that and we'll hang it the other way, the reverse way, like that and like that, so they come together as a point rather than an arch. And yeah, I'm gonna call that a day right there. Kind of imagining that it's at the middle of this arch is a support point, and we're pulling down from that and pushing back up again. I don't know if that would work architecturally. I kind of like having a point on the bottom of the tower better than I like having a flat piece. And I think I've decided that even though it's kind of nice to distribute that out this way, I don't like the waviness. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these pieces back off. I wish there was a straight piece kind of trim equivalent that we could hang like that. And I was able to put a pillar in here trying to tie it together because I had that fence foundation. But now I can't do that on the other side. So I'm going to just take that out. Something broke. I think it broke the fence foundation because fence foundations are weird that way. Anyway, I have to change this now anyway to match the other one. Is that actually going to just work like that? Put the gun away. Gun is that? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Okay. So that one's fixed. So that's how I'm going to do it. So anyway, I got to move on and finish the rest of these so we can see what it looks like as a done deal. So I'm going to put some work into that right now and bring you back with all 4 finished and them all textured up with the dark matter. And poor gardening is going to have to wait one more episode. But that's really going to bring this part to life. So I'm just building the suspense. Anyway, hope that's cool enough. I'm gonna live with it. Yeah, these might need to get tied together somehow, but I'm not gonna do that today. I don't think. Anyway, I'll see you at the end. Just a little update as I go along here. I've been trying to use these Eco Stables roofs because they're really cool. They look coppery, and they have these corner pieces that are awesome for joining them up, but they are so hard to work with. I really can't figure it out. I could take you through all the difficult parts of it, but basically these sloped ones placed on top of these walls just fine, but then when I get around to this wall, it won't place at all. I tried using these sloped roofs as glass pieces from S+, but it won't accept that. It will snap here for some reason, but it won't snap anywhere else. And these corner pieces are so hard to get to snap. I had to put these helper walls over here, there and behind there to get them to snap, but it won't work consistently either. Let's see, if we get this piece here, you can see, like, if I go through all the possible positions, it's everywhere but on top of the slope walls. So it doesn't obey the normal rules at all. And yeah, I can't seem to even place another corner piece there. I would love to use them, but I can't seem to get them to behave. So you can see if I put that away and I take this other corner piece, if I wanted to just like square out this roof right here, there's no place to do it. I went around the whole top with steampunk walls to see if that would help. I put, the S+ walls. That won't help. So I don't know how to get it to work. You can't keep going up either beyond that with more of the slopes. And you saw when I tried to build out with glass ones to cheat it, that doesn't seem to work. So I would love to use these, but I don't know how. If someone can point me to a tutorial on how to use them, I will gladly learn. But for now, yeah, I'm just stumped. And this thing won't stay on its own. If you take away the helper piece. Oh, okay. That stayed, but it's attached to this one, but it wouldn't just attach to that one. See, if I take that out, that goes away. But then if I try to put this one back and then put this one back, it won't go. It wants to go in that other angle. And these are all the possible options I have. Putting that glass wall back there got it to work. But sorry, Eco. I don't know how to use your roofs. I would love to, but it's not going to happen. See, that one was attached to that one too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the castle keeps and fortresses wall ceilings because they behave themselves and they have almost as many options as Eco's. Well, it has the roof topper, which Eco doesn't have. You can put 2 of these together to get this one. So that's cool. It also has the rounded pieces. So I'm just going to make it work with those. And they tend to behave themselves pretty good. Interesting. This is That might have been my issue. I'll have to test that out now that these were turned around, maybe? Because they only want to go up. Oh, no. Okay. I could switch it around with my use key. Alright, so I can go ahead and do that. And do that. And so on. So I'll play around with these. And I can't get the nice copper out of these, but I can. Let's see, let's get up there. Do some... Oh, I'm overloaded. I can't get up there, but I'll put one down here so you can see. So they come in green. The ones I thought would work pretty well with the dark matter and the steampunk copper. Change this so you can see what we're contrasting with. Could be the sandstone, which might be fine. Or, actually I should have left that. Well, there's more options this way. There's also terracotta, which is almost coppery, but kind of red. And I think those are the ones that were good. We could do wood, but there's no wood in the whole rest of this stuff. So I think it's either going to be sandstone or terracotta. Almost a little too red, but not bad. Some of the steampunk goes pretty reddish, like the pillars and so on. So, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to use. Okay. And I've decided I do have to connect them because they just look too weird floating out on their own. So we're going to have to do something like that. It's not going to match up quite exactly, but none of this stuff does. And then I'm going to have to change the stairs around too. And then we'll probably put matriculations along here just to give it some texture as well. We'll see how that does. So it turns out the diagonal matriculations, I actually looked it up, will not snap on the side of that right angle ceiling. But of all our other diagonal options, I think this one might end up being the most interesting. We're making those, take some ingots and some crystal, and then I'm going to put those with these. So let's make 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So coming out here, you can see what it looks like on this side. I actually think that looks pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to put any glass in here, but I reversed the stairs, put a little doorway in here, and then these snap on here just fine. Sometimes they can be a little weird, but not too bad. There we go. And then hopefully these roof pieces, there's the angled roof pieces, the diagonal sloped roof pieces. Hopefully they'll pretty much meet up in the middle. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I think that's going to be good enough. Jump out here and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I think that's much better than these things hanging out on their own. So let me put a tower there, and I think we know what we're doing at this point. Or at least we have a plan. Well, I worked on it quite a while. It's all connected now, but it still has a ways to go, and I've run out of time for today. So I think this is going to still have to be a work in progress, and I will have to bring you back in the next video. I should start with this part done at least, but I've come pretty far, figured out the design, put quite a bit of it together. We'll just do one run around here, and so now I've got all these spaces. Oh yeah, this one I still need to change. That's a dead end. So we'll run around this way. I really like these little passageways. So yeah, quite a bit of space to do all my crafting and everything. And so yeah, here we get into the raw unfinished parts. I've been also doing a bunch of texture changing, trying to get it all done. And it's definitely going to get there. A few more hours and it will probably be there. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I hope you all enjoyed this and like where it's going. Still plenty more stuff to do. I realize in all of this, I haven't even really built any kind of real stables for the dinos or anything like that. So we'll have to figure out how those work in. I'm thinking maybe those would be like some satellite platforms that hover around this place and are connected by little catwalks and stuff too. Not that all the dinos have to come up here. We've got this whole bunch of land down below. They could just all be on patrol and have stables and stuff down there. But anyway, that's what I've done so far. So I hope you all liked it. This has been Monkey Puzzle. Thank you for watching until the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.